Now let's see the concept of global maximum or minimum in the interval. So as I told you that there can be more than one local maximum or local minimum if a function is behaving like this. If a function is having some values like this, right? Then what happens is we have many critical points or stationary points. So wherever you are going to get the slope of the tangent as 0, all those points can be considered as the stationary points or critical points, right? Now when you try to find out the points at which slope is equal to 0, you are going to get many points like this, right? Now these are all going to be the either local minimum or local maximum, right? Now among all these points, whichever is the least is called as the global minimum, right? And whichever is the maximum is called as the global maximum, right? Now along with these points, you might also have to include the endpoints, right? Why? Because you might have started observing the function. If it is a monotonically decreasing function, you might have started observing it only at the point when it started decreasing, right? Therefore at that point it need not be having a slope 0 if I try to write the tangent, right? Which means if the value is coming like this, if the function is coming like this, then even though the slope is not 0 here, still this is the maximum value, isn't it? That is why along with all these points you also consider the extreme points. Extreme point means the end of the range. If you are talking about the range a to b, then you try to find out the value of the f of x at a and b also, right? Along with these points you are supposed to find out the value at all the other stationary points. Now among all these points, whichever is having the maximum is called as the global maximum, whichever is minimum is called as the global minimum, right? Now see this, in order to find the global maximum and minimum of f of x in the interval a comma b, find out all critical points of f of x in a comma b, that is all points at which f dash of x equal to 0. As we know that it is also called as stationary points, right? So find out all such points. How can you find it out? Write f dash of x equal to 0 and solve that equation. Then you are going to get all the values of x which are called as the stationary points or critical points. Now let C1 to Cn be the critical points at which f dash of x equal to 0. Now once you find it out, then you can say these all values, they either can be local minima or local maximum, isn't it? So f of c1, f of c2, f of c3, they all can be local minimum or local maximum with the values of the functions at the critical point, right? Now what is the global maximum? You find out the maximum value of those. So along with the values at the critical points, you also find out the values at the extreme points of the range. Now whatever is the maximum, we call it as the global maximum, and whatever is the minimum, we call it as the global minimum. Got it? Okay.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%. But all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply. And statement of purpose building. And then LOR guidance. And GRE and English test assistance. And education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.